Okay guys, here's lesson 26 for math. This should be day 19, and we're going to be talking about partitioning shapes. So partition means to cut, cutting into equal parts. So if you look right here, both of these parts have the same amount. They're 2 equal parts, 2 equal parts. This one is 3 equal parts, so it's called thirds. This is 4 equal parts, and it's called fourths. Now, if I drew a square, this has 4 pieces, but they're not all equal. So for it to be fourths, thirds, or halves, the pieces have to be equal. So we're going to get started on page 275. It says draw 2 equal parts. Circle the word that describes the parts. So it says 2 equal parts. So I can't draw it over here, because if I'm this person and this is a pizza, I'm going to be really jealous when this person has more than I do. So I've got to make it 2 equal parts the best I can. So those are 2 equal parts, and that's halves. Write how many equal parts. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. So it's fourths. And I'm going to write 4 equal parts. Number 3, write how many equal parts. So there's 1, 2 equal parts, and I know that's halves. So it's 2 equal parts. That one was pretty easy, so let's go over to 276. Draw 2 equal parts. Remember, I can't draw it like this, or if I'm this person, I'm going to be really jealous. So we've got to make sure everything is equal and everything's fair. So 2 equal parts. We're going to split it in half. Here's an equal part. Here's an equal part, so it's halves. It says draw 4 equal parts. Right now I have 2 equal parts. And 4 equal parts. For the most part, I just want to make sure it's equal. So I'm going to make sure I draw it down the middle. So there's 4 equal parts, so it's fourths. Number 6, draw 2 equal parts a different way than problem 4. So on this one, I drew my line this way, but I can also draw my line across and make 2 equal parts. Draw 4 equal parts a different way than problem 5. Okay, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. I drew 3 lines, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Number 8. Vicki says she shaded half of the square. Do you agree? Why or why not? So half would be here. I know that if I'm this person eating a square pizza, I'm going to be jealous when this person eats more than I do. So no, I don't agree. Because, as you can see, the green is less than half. You're not even getting an equal piece as whoever's getting this side. All right, now we're on to 277. So here's our example. Divide this rectangle into equal parts. 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. So one of the 4 pieces are colored in. 1/3, one of the 3 pieces are colored in. Number 1/2, I was going to say number 2, 1/2, one of the 2 pieces are colored in. So it says, number 1, divide this rectangle into 2 equal parts. I've got to make sure it's equal. I'm going to do the best I can on here to make it equal. Number 2, circle the word to the right that makes this sentence true about the rectangle in problem 1. 1/2 is 2 pieces, 1/3, 3 pieces, or 1/4, 4 pieces. And I split it into 2 pieces, so it's 1/2. It says each part is blank of the whole. So each part is 1/2 of the whole. Show another way to divide a rectangle into 2 parts. So just like that other one showed us, we can draw it diagonal. So both pieces are equal, because if I have a rectangle, let's use this paper. If I have a rectangle, and if I wanted to split it in half this way, and if I cut this way, if I laid them on top of each other, they would be the same size. So it says divide the rectangle into 3 equal parts. 1, 2. That's not quite equal, because this one, whoever's eating this piece, is really going to be jealous of these 2 people. So let's try to make it equal pieces. That way everyone is fair, and this one might be a little more difficult. All right, that's a little bit better. So 3 equal pieces, that is thirds. Each part is a third of the whole rectangle. So this, if I shade in 1, is 1/3. Show another way to divide the rectangle into 3 equal parts. You can go the other way. That's as equal as I can get them. So if we shaded in 1, this would be 1/3 of the whole rectangle. So it says divide, number 7, divide this rectangle into 4 equal parts. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Number 8, circle the word to the right that makes this sentence true about the rectangle in problem 7. So there's 4ths because there's 4 equal pieces, and each part is a 4th of the rectangle. So this, if I colored in 1 piece, 1/4 would be colored in. Show another way to divide the rectangle into 4 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I drew 3 lines to make 4 pieces. I know that's kind of messy. So 1 colored in would be 1/4. All right, now we're on to 180. The front gives you an example. It's 279. And I want you to do 180 by yourself. So I'll read it to you. It says, Alma drew these squares. My picture shows that a cracker broken into thirds has smaller pieces than the same cracker broken into fourths. What did Alma do wrong? So she said that the thirds have smaller pieces than the fourths. But what did she do wrong? Why is this not fourths? It says use pictures, words, or numbers to explain. And I want you to try to do this by yourself at home.